Hello and welcome back. I am Boetic and this is my survival world. We're standing right outside the iron farm because I've been doing a little bit of upgrades here from the last time you saw it. Let's jump in, take a look. Okay, so the way this used to be set up, come down, we've got the iron collection over here, and that's real great. But now, if I grab a few of these, I've knocked out where we had chests here, and I've put these villagers in, and that's solely to be able to allow us to trade iron here. I was really hoping for better armor. They really didn't give me great armor or tools or anything, but they gave me enough that I can go disenchant it and then re-enchant it, and it will be save on some diamonds that way. But we can just come through here, go ahead and trade with them, and we can get levels this way. We can do a lot this way. So it is going to be nice. We can use mending. Villagers are a good source of XP, so they're great for mending. They're great for all of that. So I'm going to come over here and go ahead and just put those back in there. And yeah, it's been really good. We do have a couple mending things now. We've got a diamond hoe that we found during the Ancient City raid. At the end of the live stream I did a few days ago, I actually went through and showed all of the loot that we got from the Ancient City raid. So this this hoe was part of that. We've also got some mending pants from the raid as well from the Ancient City, but I don't have those on right now because I want to try to get some protection on them as well. And then we have a bow that's got mending on it as well, so that will help those. But yeah, what we're going to do today, obviously, you've seen I've been moving some villagers around. As part of that, one of the things I had said when we were building the bridge over there is that I wanted to be able to have this area look like it had lots of crops and that things were going on. Just like I've kind of set up a couple of different little crop fields. We've got one next to the house there. We've got another one that I built up over here, just using some stone and trying to create a couple different layers of crops over here, which is, I think, turned out really nice. But we need some automation, and I think we're to that point where we need to start being able to get some emeralds and start that process. So what I did, there's a ravine that runs down here, and as you can see with the chest that I've got here, let's not worry about that yet. Let's first go down and take a look. So what I did, I used this section of ravine and just the big cave system here, and instead of having to dig out a huge section or anything, I went ahead and built this tower, and it's all in one chunk, and it all has farms on each level. We start with a wheat farm here. Then we've got those are potatoes, carrots. This is a cactus farm. Then we go into the melon and pumpkin farm that I showed, the same one I showed on the video the other day. Then here we've got a sugarcane farm. And then what we found in the live stream the other day is we finally have bamboo. So we've got a bamboo farm here. And each of those levels feed down to the bottom, and then there's a water elevator that brings those items up here, and then they'll just circle around here until they're picked up by all these hoppers. And the reason I did it that way is specifically for the pumpkin here. These melon slices, if you get 3 or 4 of those melons breaking pretty much at the same time, it's too much for this to handle. So you've got to really bring those items through a couple times with a water elevator like this, and using the water to move those items. So it's working really well. I've been real happy with it so far. We're starting to get some items, as you can see. We've got there's 8 different items in this chunk that are all growing. I'll probably add beetroot to it. I kind of despise beetroot, but I'll probably add it to it as well. And so there'll be a total of 9 here. But as you can see, I've already moved over a bunch of villagers here. And just like we did over there by the iron farm, we're going to have a little villager set up here too with farmers. And the goal here is to have a farmer, and we're going to have 9 farmers here trading with them. And then we're also going to be able to pick up golden carrots from them. And we're going to be able to bring the items from right here and trade with them. We're going to try to make sure every one of them has a melon and pumpkin trade. That's not guaranteed, so we will have to level each one of them up past, I think it's the 2nd tier of their trades to make sure they have melon and pumpkins. And as long as they do, they'll stay. And if they don't, we'll go use them somewhere else or something like that. And then we'll get that going. But I really like the design that we came up with over there on the iron farm. So I'm really thinking I'm going to do that same thing here and just do another mine entrance. It's going to start probably right about here and go on in, maybe a little bit deeper. Maybe start it right about here and go in here, and we'll design the interior and all of that and get that going. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get this mine entrance set up. Hopefully it won't take too terribly long, but that will be sort of the last thing we need to do before we start putting stuff together. And maybe here and next episode or two, we'll make a trip to the end, and we'll find a end portal, and we'll go ahead and take care of the dragon, because I'm really starting to need shulker boxes, because I'm getting really sick of having to go back and forth back to my house way over there every time I forget something. Go grab it from the house way over there and then come back, and it's just getting really annoying. So, but first we're going to go ahead and put together the interior here, and we're going to build the little mine entrance. So, all right, I'm going to put on some music and get this time lapse started. Alright, well, it always takes me longer than I thought it was going to take anytime I do one of these builds. But let's go in and take a look. So it's the same exterior as what we did over there. There's a few minor differences, but not a whole lot. I did go back, this wasn't in the time lapse, but I did go back and put the same windows that we had in and did a little bit more detailing around the outside here. But if we come down, here's the ceiling here. Down we've got a few little knick-knack kind of things right here in the wall. And then we can come in. I ended up putting a composter here so that I can grab items from over here and compost them pretty easily. So that works out well. We've got our villagers here. I'm missing one villager, and a couple of these villagers don't actually have the trades we want. So, like, for example, this villager's missing the pumpkin trade. There's not going to have the pumpkin trade. There's another one in here, I believe, that doesn't have just those two. So, but yeah, so we've got all of our chests. We're definitely putting together quite a bit here, which has been really nice to see everything working. Using this chest for melons, using this chest for emeralds. I'm taking green dye and putting it there, and then I'm using this one for bamboo as I get bamboo. I'm sure you saw I kept playing with this little area in that time lapse, and I decided what it really needs to be is a drop chute down to the farm over here. So we'll just drop down, and it takes us straight down to our farm here. So if we need to do some maintenance, we can definitely do some maintenance. Our allies are still right up here that we got in our stream. And I'm going to probably take those over to the base here in not too long. But yeah, and then we can go back up right here. So we come back up on this side, and I think that works out better than anything I was trying there during that time lapse. So I really like how this turned out. I am glad we're able to start using our villagers a little bit better. We're going to get a steady stream of golden carrots this way, and start using some bamboo and a few of those things as well. Now that we have a proper farm here, I don't have to worry as much about either getting the crops from over there or over here or over by our base over there. So that's nice. A couple other things that I want to do around here. I'll probably come back, and I think I'm going to take this whole little hill right here, and I'm just going to take it back to about right here and turn this into like a little cliffside maybe. And that will give us some more room, maybe put another house right in here, something like that. Just fill out this area a little bit better. And we'll work on our walkway coming up here. We're going to probably extend this a little bit so it's a little easier to get up. We'll just make it a little bit, still going to go up the same amount of blocks, but over a longer period there. And then, yeah, I think let's come back down here. It's very similar. I tried to keep the designs very, very similar. And I think it's working out really well. So let's head over towards our base. So I think I feel really good about the level of automation we've added in this episode. I think we're going to keep moving forward the best we can with that, and continuing to get our villagers leveled up over there, make sure we've got everything set up the way we want it. And I think the big thing here is now in the next episode. So the next episode, I think I'm ready to prep for finding the end portal and maybe doing a dragon fight. So keep an eye out for that. I think that's next on our list. That, and we'll probably end up doing something about finding a home for all these animals around here too. We've got a few mules, a couple llamas, horse over there, and even some sheep and cows. So that'll be on our list too. But as always, I really appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate you guys with liking and subscribing the videos. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sign off before it gets dark here. Have a great day, y'all.